Hello, friends. This is Robert, and welcome to the Engineer's Guide, a podcast for engineering your life. Technically, truthfully, this is my second podcast. I already have Design Review, which I'm having an awful lot of fun with. In Design Review, I interview guests that I've met online or in person all over the world, people that are really up to something, helping other people, and people that have a passion project that they're working on that we discuss in design review format. But that's podcast number one. This one's number two. This podcast is going to be me on my own, sometimes with figures and whiteboards and diagrams, just talking about life and spirituality and psychology and systems thinking, social psychology, just lessons that I've learned in life that have been helpful to me. And I've learned them from different fields, different ways of looking at things. And very often I have a tendency to map these lessons into my 37 years of engineering career. I suppose once an engineer, always an engineer, but it's been an interesting way for me to think about life. So, as an example, so one topic I like to talk about is emotional regulation. How do we manage the highs and lows, the challenges, and the uplifting times of being a human in ways that help us keep stable and enjoy life. I've had some challenges in my life. I have ADHD, and sometimes my moods can get dysregulated. I can get really, really, really excited, and I can get really kind of down, and in a depressed state and in anxiety. And the tools that I've learned have helped me to find more healthy ways of managing these things. And I like to use metaphors. So, whether it's a car suspension system or a PID process controller, I found that there's a lot of ways that, kind of like the sciences and engineering kind of map onto my human experience and not only help me understand what I'm doing better, but also give me some interesting ways of looking at what I can do proactively in the future, what tools that I can use, what processes and approaches that I can use to handle life in a more elegant, gracious, graceful way. So, this podcast, The Engineer's Guide, is a chance for me to kind of put some of this stuff on camera. And I will kind of give you like the secret that I am intending to write a book through this process. So the first book in my queue is The Engineer's Guide to Emotional Regulation. It'll have figures and diagrams and flowcharts and probably some differential equations, all phrased in a kind of a somewhat lighthearted way of explaining just how life works, because it's actually really fascinating to me to look at how life goes by. And when I can put myself in more of an observer, isn't that cool mindset, I find that even the challenging parts aren't as challenging and solutions are more readily available than I thought they were. So, welcome. It is wonderful to have you here. Thank you for joining me. Please tune in, subscribe if this intrigues you, and there will be more. I promise. Again, this is Robert. This is the Engineer's Guide for Engineering Your Life, and engineeringyourlife.net is my website. Welcome aboard. I look forward to seeing you soon.